today I will be showing you 7 styles/types of voiceovers that we have in the voiceover industry. So go and get your pen, go and get your paper, and be ready to be educated. You're absolutely going to learn a lot from this video today. Sit down, relax, and I will be right back after this short break. Don't go nowhere.
My name is Stephanie. Don't go nowhere because I will be right back.
Okay, so welcome back. Now I know you may be asking yourself, why do I even need to know the different styles or types of voiceovers that we have? Well, my simple answer is this. If you want to go into the voiceover industry, it is necessary that you start by even knowing the different types or styles of voiceovers that there are. Now this will help you so that when next a client gives you a script, you can better determine under what type of voiceover that script falls under. It helps you deliver an excellent job. So before we proceed into the video, I think it's also necessary to let you know that this word voiceover is just a general term. Inside this word, there are different styles, different processes, and techniques involved in delivering an excellent voiceover. So now that you know that, when you hear the word voiceover, don't just think it's about reading a script. There's a lot more process that goes into this guy here. So without further ado, let's go into voiceover style/type number 1. Commercials. Now this one is actually very easy. I think everyone knows what a commercial is. Let's say you're watching your favorite program on a TV station. There are these very short videos that pop up and interrupt that program. Now, the sole purpose or intent of a commercial voiceover is to sell an idea, a product, or a brand. So, in delivering this type of voiceover, there are 3 things that I think are very necessary if you want to deliver an excellent commercial voiceover. And one is emphasis. Now, when you're giving a commercial script to voice, there are keywords that need more emphasis laid on them. Example of these keywords are the name of the brand itself or the product that you are trying to sell. So a bad commercial voiceover recording would sound something like this. Are you tired of being broke? Are you tired of borrowing money from your uncle in the abroad? The economy is bad and we all know it. But do you know this should not be your story? With Give Me Money Now app, you can have money anytime and any day. All you have to do is visit our website at www.givememoremoney.com. That is a bad delivery of a commercial voiceover. There is no emphasis whatsoever. It just went like this. It went like this. And it just kept going downward. It started off flat, and if you start flat, the rest of the voiceover is going to remain flat. You don't want to start on a very low note. So a good commercial voiceover would sound something like this. Are you tired of always being broke? Are you tired of always borrowing money from everybody? Yes, the economy is so hard, and money is so hard to come by these days. But do you know your story could be different? Yes! All you have to do is download the Give Me Money Now app on the Google Play Store and get money every day. What are you waiting for? Download the Give Me Money Now app or visit our website at www.givememoneynowapp.com. Life can be so much better. So that's an example of a good commercial voiceover. You can tell that I laid emphasis on the name of the brand, which is Give Me More Money Now app. What kind of name is that anyway? But anyway, so emphasis was laid on you, emphasis was laid on bots, emphasis was laid on the name of the product. In this case, it is Give Me More Money Now app. So that makes the viewer or the listener think that you're actually talking to them. So when I say but, do you know that you can get money now? You see, you can tell where I'm laying emphasis on. So the second thing that I think is key in delivering an excellent commercial voiceover is energy. Now, you don't want to imagine you're watching your favorite movie, and then this commercial comes up, and then the person who is voicing the commercial just starts like this: every day life can be better, be more excited, go out, laugh and smile with friends. I would, if I were the one watching that show, I would turn it off and move to the next station. It can be very irritating and annoying. Now, you don't want to voice this type of voiceover with low energy. It's kind of like a symbiotic relationship. If you're voicing this type of voiceover and you are energetic, it's indirectly or directly makes the viewer or the listener have this feel of energy somehow. I mean, your energy rubs off on those who are watching or listening to your voiceover or the commercial voiceover, right? So you always have to be energetic. For example, hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm super excited today. Do you know that you can get money now by dialing the numbers now showing on your screen? Yes, what are you waiting for? You know, energy, I'm excited, I'm energetic. You know, that kind of like makes the viewers or the listener happy, you know, and want to find out why is this lady that is voicing this thing so excited? I want to be as excited as she is. It's kind of like a mental, psychological thing, right? So third thing that I think is very necessary if you want to deliver an excellent commercial script is persuasion. You need to sound very persuasive. I think this particular one is needed in every type of voiceover, really. You need to sound persuasive. Remember, a commercial voiceover, you are trying to sell a brand, a product, or an idea. And if I'm trying to sell an idea to you, I want you to buy this product. Why do I want you to buy this product? If I'm not persuasive enough, you will not even take me seriously, because it sounds like I am not even persuaded about the product that I'm trying to sell to you. So remember, you are trying to sell a product. Sound persuasive. You are persuading this person. Why does this person need to buy this product? Why does this person need to buy into your idea? Why does this person want to work in this company? Persuasion. So basically, that's all for commercial voiceovers. Pretty simple if you follow these three things that I've just mentioned. So very quickly, moving over to voiceover style / type number 2, we have narration. So in simple words, narration is basically telling a story, and this kind of voiceover, this type or style of voiceover is pretty simple. A narration could be telling a story about yourself, someone that you know, an experience that you've had. It could be about anything. So one thing you need to know about this type of voiceover, you don't voice a narration as if you're talking to yourself, like the very first example I gave you when we're talking about commercial voiceovers. You don't voice a narration like you're talking to yourself. It's not a monologue. A hint that I will give you if you want to deliver an excellent narration voiceover is to imagine you are talking to a close friend, your mother, your best friend, or even your dog if your dog is your best friend. There are people like that. I mean, I love dogs anyway. So in voicing this type of voiceover, just imagine you are talking to someone that you are free with. For example, here is a good example of a narration voiceover. Are you ready? Okay. So, my mother sent me on an errand to go and buy a bag of pure water. And I hurriedly wore my jacket, put my legs into my slipper, and I noticed that they were wet. And I remember, my legs sweat. I sweat on my leg. So that's kind of normal. So here I am walking down the road. And just when I was about to cross the road, this Okada man just stopped me and said, "Madam, give me 15 naira now. If you don't give me 15 naira now, you no go cross this road." And I was so shocked. I was already getting vexed. And I said, "Oga, waiting they worry you. Which one 15 naira? Do you know me? Do I know you? How can you just stop me on the road like that and ask me to give you 15 naira? And then the man laughed. "Auntie, calm down, now play. You know, no say today na 1st of April. April Fool's Day." He laughed and then he rode off. And then I just remembered, oh, it's true. Today is April Fool's Day and I've just been fooled. So I just laughed it over and crossed the road to go and buy the pure water that my mother asked me to go and buy. Never again will I fall for another prank on April Fool's Day. That was a beautiful example of a narration voiceover. Now, one thing you'd notice in this example that I just gave is, one, your imagination was at work. When I was telling you how I put on my jacket and how I put my leg into the slipper, you could imagine me putting my leg into a slipper that was wet. Now, when I was crossing the road, when I was saying I was crossing the road, you could imagine me how angry I was when the Okada man stopped me and told me to give him 15 naira. This is the beautiful work of a narration voiceover. It literally makes people imagine what you are telling. Right? So if you're voicing a narration voiceover and people don't even seem interested in wanting to know what happens next, people don't even imagine the story you are telling, then you have not really done a good work in delivering this type of voiceover. So always remember, when voicing this type of voiceover, let your imagination come to play and imagine you're talking to someone, a second or third party. It is storytelling. So that brings us to voiceover style / type number 3, audiobooks. Now, audiobooks and narration, in my opinion, are kind of connected. An audiobook is basically an audio version of a book. It could be a storybook, it could be a romance novel, it could be anything, really. Now, why did I say audiobook and narration are kind of connected? Because audiobooks are stories and narration is telling a story. Do you get it now? So when voicing audiobooks, everything you put into narration comes into play here. But this type of voiceover, or this style of voiceover, is not as easy as it sounds or as easy as you'd imagine it to be. It's actually not easy. Why? Because audiobooks are pretty long. They can be very, very long. I mean, a client may just tell you, oh, I need you to voice an audiobook for me. How many pages? 1,000 pages. And then in your mind you just be like, okay, I'll just read it like I'm reading it myself. No, there's a lot more that goes into this type of voiceover, trust me. Example of things that go into this type of voiceover are consistency. What I mean consistency, vocal consistency. What do I mean by vocal consistency? When you're voicing an audiobook, the tone in which you started voicing, you need to maintain that tone till the very end of that audiobook. So that's what I mean by vocal consistency. In audiobooks, also we have what we call vocal expressions. You have to know how to express yourself vocally. For example, I'm so angry with this guy. You need to express anger with your voice. Oh my god, I was so happy. I felt like flying, like the eagles or the butterfly. You need to express happiness with your voice. We need to hear it. Audiobook works with the ears, okay? So we need to hear the happiness when you are telling us a story about how happy you are. If you are angry, we need to feel the anger. If you are sad, we need to hear the sadness in your voice. So that's what I mean by vocal expression. So there's a lot that goes into this type of voiceover. You will be sitting down at the studio for hours. This type of voiceover could take hours, weeks, and days to voice and to deliver. And that's why voiceovers are kind of like one of the most expensive types of voiceovers that we have in the voiceover industry, if you know how to play your cards right, of course. So very quickly moving over to voiceover style / type number 4, we have animation. So animations are pretty simple. I think everyone knows what an animation is, but basically an animation voiceover are those voiceovers that you hear in cartoons or animes or animations. Example of cartoons are Kung Fu Panda, Naruto, Powerpuff Girls, Moana, one of my favorites actually. So those voices that you hear in cartoons are voiced by voice actors. We call them voice actors. Voice actors are like actors, but they act with their voice. So there is also a lot that goes into this type of voiceovers. We talk about characterization, playing a character or playing the role that is assigned to you by a client or an organization to play. If you're playing the role of a drunkard, you have to be in character. We need to imagine, we need to see the drunkard in you. The drunkardness in you has to come out, with your voice. So there's characterization. You need to be energetic. You need to be dramatic while voicing this type of voiceovers. You need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to step out of you. I need to step out of Stephanie Anene. I cease to be Stephanie Anene when voicing a character. I literally become that character that I'm voicing. So yeah, I wish I could go into details about voicing this particular type of voiceovers. I think I would make another video on animation voiceovers. If you'd like me to make another detailed video on animations and how to nail your animation voiceover script, let me know in the comment section. Okay, that's okay. So moving over to voiceover style / type number 5, we have trailers. So so you should know what a trailer is, right? Let's say a new movie is about to come out. Before the movie comes out, there are these short snippets that are released for everyone to watch. The purpose of a trailer is to make the viewer want to get the full package. It's like I have a car for you, and all I'm showing you is the car key. Now the logo of the brand may not be on the car key, but I'm showing you a car key. I have a car for you, but you don't know what kind of car I have for you. But this car key makes you excited, and now you're excited. You want to know what kind of car I got you, right? That is basically what a trailer is. A trailer is a snippet or a teaser that lures people in, makes them want to get to know the whole thing, or watch the full movie, or get the full package. That's what a trailer is. So if you're voicing this type of voiceover, there needs to be suspension. There needs to be that element of surprise. You want to make people, I want to know what happened in this movie. Oh my god, the way this trailer is, it sounds so excited, it sounds so sad, I don't know what to expect, so I want to get the full package, because of this trailer. So if you're voicing this type of voiceover, what you want your audience to feel or your listeners to feel, you need to make them want to get the full package. So trailers are basically just snippets or teasers to get people to buy the whole thing or to watch the full movie, basically. So moving over to voiceover style / type number 6, we have announcements. So announcements are usually very brief but very important information. When voicing an announcement, what are the energy levels? How do you voice an announcement? Energy levels, well, you should not be in a haste when you're voicing this type of voiceover. You don't want to be voicing an announcement and you're panting, you're in a hurry, you want to go and use the toilet, so let me just do it so that people will just go. Imagine there is a building is on fire, and you are given the responsibility to make the announcements, to direct people how to leave the building safely so that they don't get hurt. Now, because you're panicking and you're supposed to pass this information to people, make the announcement and tell them how to get out, and you're like, everybody, the building is on fire, get out of your room, press the elevator key, don't press 2, press 1, don't use the elevators, use the stairs by your right, when you get to the left, run into the car, this and that. People are going to panic, and everybody will just be running helter-skelter. So you are not supposed to be in a hurry while voicing announcements. You're supposed to be cool, calm, and collected, and you're supposed to be as audible as you can while voicing this type of voiceover, because the information is very necessary and it is very important, and you want people to hear everything. You want people to hear everything you want them to hear, okay? So that people will not go and jump into a canal because you are trying to tell them, don't enter the truck, enter the car, and then they are thinking you're saying enter the canal, and then people jump into the canal. You have killed people. It's not right. So what are examples of announcements? We hear announcements at the airports, right? For example, attention all passengers. Attention all passengers. Please note that flight 007 will take off in 5 minutes to Florida. That's an example of an announcement. Very easy. So moving over to voiceover style / type number 7, the number of perfection. Now this one is my absolute favorite. IVRs. Now you may be asking yourself, what is IVR? Or probably you've been hearing about IVRs, but you don't even know what they are. And IVR simply stands for interactive voice response. IVRs, you hear them every day, trust me. For example, when you call an MTN number and the person is on another call, you hear yellow, the person you're calling is on another call at the moment. Do hold on or call back later. Or when you call an Airtel line and the person's number is switched off, you hear something like, the Airtel number you dialed is switched off. Call back later. Thank you. Or we even hear IVRs when you call your bank's customer care line. I use UBA, so when you call the UBA customer care line, you hear something like this. Thank you for calling the UBA Customer Fulfillment Center, a 24/7 online interactive contact center. Please note that for quality assurance purposes, this call may be monitored. For English, press 1. These are all IVRs. We also hear IVRs at the ATM. For example, please enter your secret number. Please wait while your transaction is processing. These are all IVRs. IVRs are usually very short, but they are also one of the most expensive types of voiceovers that we have because the company or brand is going to be using that for a long time. It just depends on how you play your cards, right? So that's all I have for you guys today on this video. I'm so sorry this is almost 30 minutes. It's because I went into details. I really tried to keep this video as short as possible. I'm so sorry. But I hope you learned a thing or two. I hope this video was very helpful.